What if I told you that the signs have been there all along, that you just didn't want to see them? The truth is, many men fall into the same trap. They confuse kindness for affection, attention for attraction. They hold on to hope, reading into every little gesture, convincing themselves that maybe, just maybe, she feels the same. But deep down, you already know. The discomfort, the frustration, the emptiness, they're not random. They are signals trying to wake you up. Recognizing the truth isn't defeat, it's liberation. Right now, you stand at a crucial moment. You can keep fooling yourself, wasting precious time and energy on someone who will never see you the same way. Or finally break free and build the self-respect and strength that makes you unstoppable. Pain is not your enemy, it is your teacher. If you're ready to stop living in denial and start taking control, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I see things as they are. Now, let's dive in. Number 1. When slow to retire, the truth. Few men realize how much a woman's response time tells you about her interest. In today's world where everyone carries a phone in their pocket, taking hours or days to respond is not normal. It's a choice. The man who tries to justify it by thinking, maybe she's just busy, often fools himself. The reality? When a woman is genuinely interested, she finds ways to respond. Whether it's a quick reply or a short check-in, she wants to show that you matter. The Stoic man recognizes this for what it is. He doesn't argue with reality. He doesn't spin hopeful stories in his mind. Instead, he calmly observes that she is not prioritizing him if she takes too long or never replies. And if she is not prioritizing you, why should you be the one to keep chasing? This is not about punishing her. It's about respecting yourself. A man who values his time and energy will never allow himself to wait anxiously for someone who places him at the bottom of their list. This pattern reveals something even deeper. Attracted women make time, period. They don't need to be reminded. They don't need you to prove you're worth it. Their instinct is to engage because emotional investment naturally breeds urgency. Even a busy woman finds seconds to reply. Busy today, but I'll text you later. The absence of this is not subtle, it's an unspoken truth. Stoicism teaches us to accept what is outside our control. The time someone takes to respond, the priority they place on us, the effort they show. These are outside your command. What is within your control is how you react. Most men beg for more attention, send follow-ups, or grow increasingly anxious. The Stoic man does the opposite. He pulls back, not out of spite, but out of self-respect. He understands that the most attractive response to indifference is never desperation. It is composure. This calm reaction also plants a seed. When you don't flinch, when you don't double text, when you continue living fully, you break the pattern she's used to. Most men chase harder when ignored. The Stoic man simply allows space. Ironically, this often triggers curiosity. She may wonder why you didn't push. Why didn't you seek? If the connection is still alive, that curiosity often draws her closer. But even if it doesn't, you still win. Because you stayed true to yourself. You didn't trade your dignity for a rushed reply. You didn't force connection where there wasn't any. You honored your worth by recognizing that you deserve to be prioritized, not begged for. Comment below, I don't chase slow replies. True power lies in letting go of what you cannot control. And nothing builds attraction more quietly than a man who doesn't need attention to feel complete. Number 2. If she never reaches out first, she's already telling you something. One of the clearest signs of low interest is when you realize you are doing all the initiating. You text first, you call first, you make the plans, check in and keep the conversation alive, while she passively receives your attention without giving much back. Many men ignore this signal, convincing themselves, maybe she's just shy, or she's waiting for me to lead. While there is some truth to women appreciating initiative, there is a line: if she never, even once, reaches out first, she is not uncertain, she is uninterested. The Stoic man does not ignore signs. He reads reality exactly as it is, without sugarcoating it. When a woman values you, she will make efforts to enter your world. She may not plan the first date or carry the entire conversation, but she will text first, check on you, or make sure you know you are on her mind. If this is absent, the message is simple: you are not a priority, and that is okay. What is not okay is pretending otherwise. The real problem arises when men try to compensate. They think, if I just show her how much I care, she'll change. So they chase harder, text more, and tolerate less than ideal behavior, hoping she will start giving back one day. But this rarely happens. Why? Because by continuing to overinvest without receiving anything in return, you only reinforce to her that she doesn't have to put in effort. You will do it, for both of you. From a Stoic viewpoint, this is where your discipline must show. You must be willing to say, I will not carry the entire relationship on my back. It is not about punishing her, it is about protecting yourself from emotional imbalance. A relationship should feel like a two-side exchange, even at its earliest stage. If it consistently feels like you are the only one investing, you are not in a relationship, you are an entertainer. This principle is vital for your long-term peace. If you continue chasing someone indifferent, you are teaching yourself to settle for crumbs. Over time, this will chip away at your self-esteem and damage your ability to attract someone genuinely interested. The Stoic man lets go before that happens. He calmly reduces effort when he sees hers is missing. He does not beg for reciprocity. He simply chooses not to feed one-sided dynamic. Ironically, when you stop initiating, one of two things will happen. She will either start reaching out because she realizes she could lose you, or she won't. Either way, you win, because the outcome shows you who truly values you without you needing to force anything. Comment below. I allow effort to be mutual. The man willing to walk away from non-reciprocal attention is the man who never has to beg for genuine interest. He lets women reveal themselves, not through words, but through effort. Number 3. If she doesn't make time, she's already made a choice. One of men's most common mistakes is misinterpreting a woman's constant busyness as bad luck or timing. They hear excuses like, I'm swamped with work, I forgot we made plans, or let's reschedule soon, and they patiently wait, hoping things will change. But the reality is far simpler. When someone truly values you, they make time, not excuses. The Stoic man does not debate this. He does not analyze every word, searching for hidden meanings behind flaky behavior. He looks directly at the facts. When people care, they show up. Women, especially when interested, will rearrange, adjust, and even go out of their way to spend time with you. This is not about her having an open schedule. It is about her making you a part of it, even when busy. The trap many men fall into is continuing to accommodate. They become increasingly flexible, lowering their standards just to secure another meeting. They accept constant cancellations, repeated delays, and half-heard efforts, believing that patience will eventually win her. In doing so, they unconsciously teach her that she does not need to prioritize them because they will always wait. This is not love, it is self-abandonment. From the Stoic perspective, this is a violation of self-respect. Stoicism teaches you to recognize what is within your control. You cannot force someone to make you a priority, but you can choose how you respond. The Stoic man does not sulk or lash out. He simply observes the pattern and calmly steps back. He does not demand attention. He lets reality do the talking. This approach is powerful for two reasons. First, it preserves your energy. you stop wasting time on someone unwilling to invest in you. Second, it creates a natural emotional tension. When you don't chase, she will adjust and make time, or she won't. Either outcome is valuable. If she starts showing up without pressure, you gain a genuine connection. If not, you avoid months or even years of one-sided effort. It's important to realize that busyness is rarely about time, it's about priority. A woman may have a full schedule, but she will find moments to be present with you if she sees value and emotional connection. If she consistently doesn't, she has already made her choice. You are simply refusing to see it. Comment below, "I don't chase busy people." The man who understands that time reflects value will never lower himself to beg for attention. He remains steady, knowing he is worthy of someone who makes space for him naturally, not someone who treats him as an afterthought. Number 4. Flat conversations re-rate interest. Stop forcing teeth. You can learn more about a woman's interest level not from what she says but from how she says it. Many men overlook this and continue to push forward, even when the conversation is lifeless. If every interaction feels like you are pulling teeth, with short replies, no follow-up questions and little emotional engagement, it is not because she is shy, it is because she is not invested, and no amount of effort on your part can substitute for genuine interest. It usually starts small. You send a thoughtful message, she replies with, "Yeah," or "lol." You share something personal, she gives a generic, "That's cool." There is no curiosity, questions, or attempt to keep the conversation alive. Many men try to justify this behavior. Maybe she's just bad at texting, or maybe she had a rough day. Occasionally that might be true, but if this pattern repeats, you are not dealing with poor communication skills but with low interest. The Stoic man doesn't ignore these signs, he pays attention without judgment. He doesn't complain about the lack of depth or beg for her to engage more. He simply stops pouring energy into a dry well. If someone is unwilling to meet you halfway, the solution is not to double your effort but to step back. This is not about being cold or punishing her. It is about understanding the nature of healthy connection. Real interest reveals itself through engagement. A woman who likes you will want to know more about you. She will ask questions, share stories, and open up emotionally. You won't have to fight to make every conversation interesting. When the opposite happens, when you find yourself carrying the entire dialogue, you violate the Stoic moderation principle. You are over-investing in a situation that does not deserve it. Ironically, you often allow her to reflect when you stop forcing conversation. If there is genuine interest, she may realize that she is losing your attention and begin to engage more naturally. If not, you save yourself the frustration and emotional drain of trying to revive a dynamic never meant to flourish. The truth is, relationships, even casual ones, require mutual effort. One-sided interaction leads only to resentment. The Stoic man knows his worth is not determined by another's enthusiasm or lack thereof. He gives where there is reciprocity and calmly withdraws when there is not. Comment below, "I invest where there is interest." You don't have to chase depth. If it's there, you'll feel it without forcing it, and if it's not, the Stoic path is clear. Step back gracefully and continue with peace. Number 5. Flirting without intent, when she's just playing the game. Many men fall into a common trap without realizing it, mistaking playful attention for genuine interest. Some women enjoy flirting not because they seek connection, but because they crave validation. They enjoy the fun, the compliments, and the feeling of being wanted, yet have no intention of taking things further. This is not inherently wrong, but it becomes a problem when you, as a man, begin to invest emotionally in something that was never meant to progress. You may notice that she laughs at your jokes, compliments you, and even lightly teases you, On the surface, these behaviors signal attraction. However, she always sidesteps when you try to move things forward, suggest a date, attempt to spend quality time, or show deeper interest. She's busy, unsure, or not looking for anything serious right now. Yet she continues to flirt, keeping you in a cycle of hope and confusion. The Stoic man recognizes this pattern for what it is, a form of emotional entertainment. She may not even be doing it maliciously. Many women enjoy playful attention without considering its impact on the other person, but to the Stoic, it is clear. Words without aligned action are empty. If she flirts but avoids real connection, it is not your role to try harder, it is your role to observe and adjust. Where most men go wrong is trying to win her through persistence. They double down, thinking, if I prove I'm serious, she'll take me seriously. Yet this approach almost always backfires. Instead of drawing her closer, you become part of her validation routine, the dependable man who boosts her ego without requiring commitment. The more you invest under these conditions, the less attractive you appear, because you signal that you are willing to accept breadcrumbs. From the Stoic perspective, the solution is simple. Detach emotionally when you spot this behavior. You don't need to be bitter, angry, or confrontational. Simply reduce your investment. If she is serious about you, she will adjust. If not, she will naturally fade away. Either outcome serves you. Most importantly, never tie your sense of worth to someone who only keeps you around for attention. The Stoic man knows that he is responsible for his time and energy. He gives them wisely, not freely, to anyone who offers playful words without action. Comment below, I value action over attention. When you stop chasing flirtation and start looking for real intent, you elevate yourself above the noise. You show that you are not here to be part of anyone's emotional entertainment. You are here for genuine connection, or nothing at all. Number 6. When she talks about other men, the silent message you must catch. Nothing shifts the conversation dynamic faster than when a woman mentions other men, her ex, a male friend, or a new guy who's just funny. Many men quickly brush it off, thinking she's just sharing, or worse, they feel compelled to compete for her attention. But in reality, this is often not innocent. It is, consciously or unconsciously, a signal. And the signal is simple. You are not the man she is choosing. The Stoic man sees through this immediately. He does not overanalyze or invent excuses. He knows that when a woman is genuinely attracted to you, she avoids making you feel like you are just one option among many. She focuses her attention on you, not reminding you of her other admirers. When she speaks about other men early on or excessively, it often means that she is testing or showing you that you are not her primary interest. This is where many men crumble. They respond by trying to prove they are better. They start competing, questioning, or attempting to outperform imaginary rivals. Yet, by doing so, they fall straight into the trap. They communicate that they are emotionally reactive, easily shaken, and worst of all, willing to fight for attention that is barely being offered. The Stoic approach is completely different. He listens calmly without flinching, but he does not engage emotionally. He does not ask about the other men. He does not challenge them. He does not show jealousy. Why? Because he does not compete for attention. He attracts it, or he moves on. He will not fight to prove his value. It is something he quietly embodies. This is not about being indifferent to disrespect. It is about understanding that mentioning other men as a test or a signal of low interest is not your cue to start competing. It is your cue to assess whether this woman is even worth your attention in the first place. Many men make the mistake of staying invested in someone who openly shows that they are entertaining other options. The Stoic man simply refuses to do so. By remaining calm, respectful, but detached, you often force her to adjust. She may realize that you are not playing the same games others do. She may sense that you won't participate in emotional competition. If she respects that, the dynamic may change. You've saved time and energy by walking away without drama. If she does, comment below, "I never compete for attention." The Stoic man understands that the truly interested woman does not make you feel like another contestant. She shows up fully, without playing games. And if she doesn't, you let go, and you do so with complete peace. Number 7. Avoiding physical contact, the unspoken signal of disinterest. Physical closeness is one of the clearest and most ancient signals of attraction. Before words, before text messages, before compliments, human beings have always communicated desire through proximity. If a woman consistently avoids physical touch, pulling away, keeping distance, or making excuses like, "I'm not the touchy type," you are receiving a message much louder than any words could deliver. She is not drawn to you on a physical or emotional level. The average man in these situations tends to rationalize. He says, maybe she's just shy, or maybe she had a bad day. And while in some rare cases this could be true, the pattern is usually obvious. A genuinely interested woman will find subtle but undeniable ways to get closer. She will brush against you, hold longer eye contact, or simply make herself available for your touch. Avoidance is rarely accidental, it is intentional. From the Stoic perspective, the issue is not about taking it personally, it is about seeing clearly. Attraction is either there or it is not. And if it is absent, no extra effort, patience, or gentle persistence will force it into existence. Many men waste weeks, months, even years trying to coax chemistry from situations where there is simply none. Stoicism teaches us to accept the reality without resistance. If she withdraws from your touch or constantly creates physical distance, the answer is already in front of you. You don't need to ask, you don't need to guess. You only need to observe and accept. What the insecure man does, however, is double down, trying to win her over with words, gifts, or emotional labor, yet all he achieves is reinforcing his lack of boundaries. The Stoic man handles this situation differently. He does not resent her, he does not blame himself, he simply acknowledges that connection, to be genuine, must be mutual. He withdraws calmly, maintaining dignity. He understands that attraction is not something to be earned, but something to be recognized. Interestingly, when you refuse to force closeness, when you calmly accept her distance without complaint, you often restore your own value in her eyes. Many women unconsciously test men in this way to see if you will chase, react, or break frame. The man who does not, he stands out. Not because he played a trick, but because he respects himself enough to not beg for what should be offered freely. Comment below, "I don't force closeness." Remember, it is better to accept the absence of chemistry than to live in the illusion that it will magically appear if you just try harder. The man who moves on with grace is always more powerful than the man who waits in hope. You started this video hoping to find signs that she secretly likes you, but what you found is far more valuable. You've discovered clarity, and clarity is power. She didn't steal your worth. She simply reflected your own uncertainty at you. Now, you can reclaim it not for her, but for yourself. If you're ready to keep growing beyond this illusion, like this video, subscribe and comment below. I am unstoppable. Stay awake, stay strong, and keep building, because your future is too precious to waste chasing shadow.